VLSI design lectures and we are into lecture 25. We are also into module 2, and in lecture 23 and 24 we have covered NMOS fabrication. Okay, we have covered NMOS fabrication. Now we are going to start off with CMOS fabrication. All right, so as we have seen that from NMOS fabrication we could create an NMOS. Alright, but we have also studied about our CMOS inverter in details, isn't it? We have also designed it in Cadence, once in analog, that is with the help of Virtuoso. Then we also did it with the help of Incisive and Encounter RTL. Okay, so we have done our CMOS inverter in details, both in labs and in theory. So now it is time for us to also learn how we can fabricate CMOS. Alright, now CMOS fabrication can be carried out by implementing either by using a P-well process or an N-well process, or a third process which is named twin tub. And yes, this is not an ice cream tub, this is a fabrication process which is named as twin tub. Alright, now these are the three processes by which we can fabricate CMOS. Alright, now out of these three, both P-well and N-well processes are widely used. Okay, these two processes are very widely used. That means it is preferred by the designers. Alright, now let us start with the P-well fabrication process. Okay, now step 1. So as we have seen so far in a fabrication process, step 1, we have to choose a substrate. Okay, we have to choose a substrate. Now we are not just creating an NMOS or a PMOS. Okay, if I am supposed to create, so in NMOS fabrication process we chose the substrate as what? P-type. Therefore, if I am supposed to fabricate a PMOS, which type of substrate should I choose? N-type. Alright, but here we are at a P-well fabrication process. So what are we going to do in our step 1? As you can see in your screen that I have this whole green block of rectangle. This is our N-type. Okay, this is our N-type. Why did I choose N-type? See, the name is P-well. Okay, and in the same diagram, if you look at the diagram right now, you can see this blue small rectangle within that N-type, and within that I have shaded it with some dots and written the name as P-type. Okay, so in step number 1 of P-well fabrication process, what we have exactly done, we chose the substrate as N-type, and somehow I have got a P-type well. So well if you have some village connections, like if you still visit your native villages, you will see some wells, okay, and from there, using a pulley, they will fetch the water in a bucket and use the water for their requirement. All right, so this is that kind of well. Okay, so what we can see in this diagram till now, that a substrate has been chosen, and since I am going to have a P well, so the substrate will be the opposite kind, because we are going to fabricate CMOS. CMOS means what? And CMOS means NMOS and PMOS together, right? So I have to create the NMOS and PMOS together. Okay, we have to create NMOS and PMOS together. Okay, that is why to create the P-type devices, I will be choosing the N-type substrate, and to create the N-type devices, I will be choosing the P-well. Okay, and this brown shaded area is our Thinox. Thinox is nothing but our thin oxide. This P-type rectangular thing in blue color is your P-well, and the depth is 4 to 5 micrometers. So it is quite deep. Remember, the thick oxide was 1 micrometer and our thin ox was 0.1 micrometer. So in relation to that, 4 to 5 micrometer deep is quite deep. Alright, and N-type is our actual substrate. Okay, so this is our step 1. So what all has happened in our step 1? Let us explain it. So the structure consists of an N-type substrate on which P devices may be formed by suitable masking and diffusion, and in order to accommodate N-type devices, a deep well, a deep P well is diffused into the N-type substrate. Okay, so basically here, since we have already understood NMOS fabrication in details, here in this one long sentence, what have we achieved? That we have an N-type substrate on which the P-type devices will be formed by using suitable masking and diffusion. Means what? All your processes of photolithography, etching, okay, all those things are done. Okay, and with this, to accommodate the N-type devices, a deep P well is diffused. Now I already have an N-type substrate. I want to create a deep well of P-type. How will we do that? By the process of diffusion. That means the P-type dopants will be targeted over here, bombarded heavily over here, so that it creates a deep P well. Okay. the P well acts as a substrate for the N devices within the parent N-type substrate. Okay, so this step 1 of P-well fabrication process, we have done multiple things. Okay, we have done multiple things together. Okay, so the N-type substrate will act as the substrate for the P devices, and the P-type well will act as the substrate for N devices. Okay, now let us move on to step 2. So this is your step 2. Now there are few more things that has happened in step 2. As you can see that I again have polysilicon, I have Thinox, I have my P-well, I have my substrate. Okay, that means again a process of photolithography, etching, everything has been done so that we have achieved these structures and these open areas. Okay, all those things are done in the background. Okay, so now let us discuss what all we have done over here. Thinox or thin oxide regions are defined, that is, the thick oxide is stripped off and the thin oxide is grown. To accommodate P and N transistors. Okay, so even if we started off with the diagram having no thick oxide over here, still the process remains the same. It is not like in CMOS you don't need your thick oxide. Of course you need your thick oxide. That's what has been mentioned in this statement. Okay, how we landed up into thin oxide. Same process that we have learnt in NMOS. Accommodate P and N type transistors and wires. Then the polysilicon layer is deposited. See, polysilicon and silicon dioxide are two different things. What are we doing? We are depositing polysilicon, but we are growing the oxide layer. Okay, so don't mug up things, understand. Deposited over the Thinox regions, and then etching and everything has been done so that we land up into these structures. What are these structures made for? See, on both the sides of these structures there are empty spaces. So we now know that these are the places where we'll be having the pockets, either P plus or N plus pockets, isn't it? So we have etched these portions away and we have taken up these things. So polysilicon will be what? Our gate. In our Virtuoso, we did our layouts, and in that layout the gate was made up of which material? It was polysilicon. Remember that bright green color? What did I tell you? It is polysilicon. This is our polysilicon. Okay, now done till this much. Now we will move on to step number 3. Now in this diagram, what have we done in step 3? We can see that there are P plus pockets now present. On which side? On the side where I have direct contact with the N type. Okay. So these places we have our P plus. Okay. Rest anything we have done? No. So we will explain what we have done so far. Okay. P diffusion areas are now defined to form the corresponding source and drain for PMOS. So on this section of our diagram, we will have our PMOS, and within this small area we will have our NMOS. So together we have PMOS and NMOS within the same substrate. Okay. So now CMOS fabrication process for P-well process. The P-well process has step 1 till step 5, and I am ending the class at step 3, and we will continue in our next class from step 4, and we will complete and see how our CMOS inverter can be made out of this. Okay. So I'll be ending the class over here. I'll certainly hint that we are still on to our road to 500 subscribers, and the journey has been really great. I'm really happy that you guys have been supporting me. And the channel, your comments, your doubts, I have been resolving in the comment section. Whatever doubts you have, you can ask me in the comments. I'll be replying to them. I'll be trying to help you out in your doubts. And I would also like to tell you that this is the only channel where we cover VLSI in all its glory. Means we have our actual labs and we have our actual theory, so that all your doubts get cleared up. Alright, so please support me, share the channel with your friends. If you are struggling with VLSI, you can share it with your friends as well and ask them to subscribe. I am sure we are going to reach this milestone very soon. On that note, stay happy, stay updated.